Hello, I'm Pale Time, and welcome to MOOF, where we are looking for the most overly optimistic fan in the NFL. We are looking to do one fan from every NFL team, so if you see your team on the screen right now, comment below and maybe we'll pick you to be interviewed. Anyway, let's get straight to the video. I just asked that it would be awesome if you like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps me out, but I know what you're here for, so let's get into it. Hello and welcome once again to MOOF, the show where we are looking for the most overly optimistic fan in the NFL. I'm your host, Peo Time, and today we are breaking down the 49ers schedule. And with me is none other than the great, legendary YouTuber, who I will let him introduce himself because of his patent intro. Take it away.
Faithful Niner Empire. Peo Time. What's good? For those that don't know me, I go by the name of Jay inthebay. And it's a pleasure to be on with Peo Time and all the LA Rams fans and all the NFL fans. Pleasure to be on.
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, Jay inthebay, he's been a huge encouragement to me in this YouTube journey. And I just, whenever I'm looking to see what the Niners are doing, I need to do some scouting. His channel is one of the first places I go. So make sure to give him a sub.
Appreciate it.
So Jay, I'm curious here, for the 49ers, and again, I'm a Rams fan. We know this about each other.
Yeah.
But we want to celebrate the Niners today, okay? Yeah. So tell me, what are the 49ers fans looking forward to about the team headed into the 2021 season?
I think, well, first off, I want to say thanks for allowing me to be on your platform. And it's funny that you're a Rams fan, I'm a Niners fan, so there's definitely a rivalry there between the two fan bases. But it's cool because we can still collaborate and we can still have a good, friendly, wholesome relationship, and that's pretty dope. But the Niners, I think what we're looking forward to is a bounce back from last year. Last year was a putrid season. It was terrible. We had 18 players on injured reserve last year. That's the most I've ever seen in an NFL team. So we're looking for a bounce back season. Not only we don't want to have that many injuries, but we also are looking forward to the return of Jimmy G. That's my quarterback. Jimmy G, when he was healthy, he led us in the 2019 season to the Super Bowl, and that's what we're expecting this season. At least that's what I'm expecting. I know there's a section of Niner fans that want Trey Lance to start, and my perspective on that is, I think he should learn the playbook, get comfortable. But I think we should allow Jimmy G to at least start the season, and we'll see how Jimmy G plays. Also, I'm looking for, we've got a revamped defense, revamped offensive line. We added some more running backs, offensive linemen in the draft. So there's a lot of new talent and now a lot of new influx of talent to the Niners. And that's definitely what I'm looking forward to this season.
Awesome. Well, you and I, we often comment back and forth that this is going to be a fun season for the NFC West once again. Yeah. It will come down to the wire to see who wins. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's get into it here. So the Niners start off with a 2-game road trip, and their first stop is the Motor City to take on the Jared Goff-led Detroit Lions.
And it's funny. This is, we know Jared Goff as 49er fans, Obviously, the Rams decided to upgrade their quarterback position with Matt Stafford. And now the first game of the year, we welcome, Jared Goff again. We've had Jared Goff's number in the past, and I don't think that will change. The Lions have a new head coach, new GM. I feel like the Niners are definitely better on paper, and I feel like this will definitely be a win for the red and gold.
All right, starting off the season 1-0. Yes. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And then you travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. This should be an interesting game. That's another game that's on the East Coast. Well, I guess Michigan, it's Midwest, East Coast. They're pretty close to each other. Mm-hmm. So I would expect the Niners to stay in that area. I don't think we'll fly back to the Bay Area, then fly back to Philly. But this should be a good game. Jalen Hurts is unproven. He is a dual threat. At least he was when he was at Oklahoma, when he was playing quarterback there. The Eagles do have talent, but I think this is definitely another game that the Niners will have the upper hand. I expect us to run the ball effectively against the Eagles defense. And I like the Niners, to have another win. So we'll start the season 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. Okay, I like it. And now it's your home opener, week
Home
3,
opener.
first game of the
Yeah.
season. And the 49ers welcome in the Green Bay Packers to town.
Mhm. Now, as you mentioned, it is our home opener, and this is our first prime time game. Everyone will be watching all over
Correct.
the
Yeah.
world. And not only that, it's the home opener. So this will be an excellent game for us. Now, obviously, there's a lot of intrigue about this game because we don't know the status of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
If Aaron Rodgers is there, this will obviously definitely be a much more difficult game. But even if he's traded away, we'll be going up against Jordan Love. There's a lot of mystery around him. He seems like a dual threat quarterback as well. But we've had the Packers number, not last year, but I would say in previous years, especially in the playoffs. We've just ran the ball down the throat of the Green Bay Packers defense, and they haven't really been able to have an answer to that. So I like the 49ers to win this game. The Packers, Devontae Adams is an excellent wide receiver. He'll definitely give a test for this 49ers secondary, but I still like a 49ers victory for a home opener. I definitely like a 49ers home opener victory.
All right, 3-0. And then we have our first NFC West matchup
Yeah.
for the Niners. And you welcome the Seattle Seahawks. Come to town.
Ever since Russell Wilson was drafted, he's always given the 49ers and the other teams in the NFC West division trouble. And unfortunately, in this game, I think Russell Wilson would do that again to the 49ers. This will be a close game. Like whoever has the ball last, whoever has the least amount of turnovers will win this game. And I think the 49ers will get their first loss of the year at home against the Seattle Seahawks.
Right. And this is the time of year that people are talking about Russell Wilson as an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
so 3-1. Okay, 3-1. And then you go on the road and you face division rival, the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. And this will be another interesting game, another down to the wire game. Kyler Murray is similar to Russell, not as good of a passer, not as experienced, but he can create and make plays with his legs. And obviously they got DeAndre Hopkins. They revamped their running game this offseason. They added J.J. Watt, A.J. Green. The Cardinals definitely weren't playing around in the offseason. But I like my Niners to win. And I guess it would be an upset because we're going to Arizona. Arizona may be favored by a point or so, or maybe a pick'em game. But I like my Niners to win in Arizona.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. And so we're past week 5. You're going into your bye week, and hopefully you don't lose or win on your bye week, or hopefully you win on your bye week, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
Yeah.
4-1. And then, okay, I have to caveat this. Who in all of my recordings of this show, whenever a team plays the Indianapolis Colts,
Mm-hmm.
people just aren't sure what to think of this team.
Yeah.
So you are coming off the bye week.
Mm-hmm.
You're headed to Indy to take on the Colts. What do you think? In prime
So
time,
this
Sunday
will
night.
be Sunday night. This is Sunday night football prime time. And I can't wait for this game. DeForest Buckner back playing against his former team, the San Francisco 49ers. I believe this is a home game for us. I think I wrote it down as a home game, but it doesn't matter. Home or away.
You're right. My mistake. Yes.
No worries. We'll be at home. As you mentioned, the previous week will be a bye week. We'll have time to rest. Kyle Shanahan and the staff will have more time to scout out the Indianapolis Colts offense and defense, what they do well, how to exploit it. I always like when a team has a bye week, they're always rested. They're ready to go to face their next opponent. And I like the Niners to win this game against the Indianapolis Colts on prime time. I can't wait.
All right. So you're 5-1 on the year.
Yeah.
And then you are on the road and you are going into Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears.
And what's interesting about this game, Justin Fields, will he be starting, or will it be the Andy Dalton Red Rifle show? So we'll see what happens. Obviously, the Bears have a pretty good defense. They still have Khalil Mack. He's definitely a force on the edge as an edge rusher. Hopefully, he'll be lined up against Trent Williams and not Mike McGlinchey in this game. But I still like my Niners to pull out a win in the Windy City. I think we'll confuse the young quarterback of Justin Fields is there, and I feel like the defense will definitely win that game for us in
Okay.
Chicago.
All right. So you're 6-1 now.
Yeah.
Then you get to go home for a couple games here, and you are hosting for the second time the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes. Another intriguing game. I feel like the Cardinals, though, will have an upper hand in this game.
Okay.
It will be close down to the wire. I think in this game, the Cardinals will make a few more plays than the Niners, and I believe that will be our second loss of the year at home against Arizona.
You're splitting with the Cards this year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. You're still in good shape, though.
Yes.
You are 6-2 by my math.
Yes.
And then, okay, one of the biggest games of the year, really. Monday Night Football, prime time.
Oh, yeah.
In the Bay. You have one of the greatest teams ever, with one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, with one of the greatest coaches ever. The Los Angeles Rams coming to town.
That's
What's
funny.
your prediction?
Woo! So this is going to be an excellent game. Division rival. We know what the Rams have: Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. I believe the Rams had, the number one ranked defense last year, so they're bringing that into Santa Clara inside Levi Stadium. But I feel like the Niners have had the Rams number, the previous years. Daniel Brunskill did an excellent job against Aaron Donald the last time we played. I know Rams fans can't hear that enough.
He's the one guy that is best Donald.
Yeah, but also it's scheme, we want to run plays away from Donald, make him run. Obviously, we want to get rid of the ball fast, and I think that'll definitely help us in this game. And I think the 49ers will win on prime time against the Rams at Levi Stadium.
Okay, yeah. And so you're looking good here. You're at 7-2 on the year, and you now, big game to follow that up. You have to travel to the state of Florida to face the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now, this could be a trap game, after an emotional primetime game against the LA Rams. Now we have to fly to Florida, face off against the great Tim Tebow and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, they got Trevor Lawrence, but I think this should be a game that we should win. But honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if we lost, because now that I think about it, it's an emotional game with the Rams. Then we have to fly to Florida, and the Jags probably not going to be that good this year, right? Yeah. So hopefully we don't let our guard down in this game, but I think we should win this game for sure. We should win this game.
Okay, so you're 8-2 on the year, and then you travel back home and you welcome in the Minnesota Vikings.
All right, so we're heading up against Kyle Shanahan's best friend and Kirk Cousins. Yeah. I think this should be an excellent game. Justin Jefferson's an excellent wide receiver. Adam Thielen also is an excellent wide receiver. Our secondary will definitely be tested against the Vikings. They also got an excellent running game. His name is escaping me, but the running back with Minnesota, he's pretty good.
Dalvin Cook?
Yeah. And but I think this will be an excellent test for the 49ers, but I think it's a game that we will win against the Vikings at home.
Okay. So that takes you to 9-2 on the year.
Yes.
And then, always a tough game.
Yeah.
You are headed to Seattle to play the Seahawks for the second time.
We're heading back to Seattle. Actually, we're heading to Seattle the first time. It's going to be a tough game, and this was very hard for me to do, but I think Seattle will beat us again. I think Seattle will beat us twice this year. If I had to pick any team in our division that's going to beat us twice, I think it would be Seattle.
Okay.
And it'll be another nail biter down to the wire. It could go either way, but I think it could be a loss for us.
That really is going to be a lot of these NFC West matchups
this
year. Yeah.
There's back and forth. Just tough games. I think all the teams will probably have at least 10 wins on the year, I would say, barring any major injuries, So
yeah, no, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get your third loss on the year, and but then you get to go to the state of Ohio, and you get to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
And we after a tough loss to Seattle, emotional loss, Then we look at the schedule and we see, oh, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. All right. Well, we still got to bring our lunch pail to work. We still have to beat them. I believe we beat them the last time we played them. It was a blowout. And I think that'll happen again. Now, granted, the Bengals do have weapons on offense. Our defense will definitely be tested, but I feel like our offense will be in a groove and we'll bounce back from a previous loss. So I think the Niners will definitely win in Cincinnati.
Okay, so you're 10-3, headed back home to San Francisco after a bit of a long road trip, and you welcome in the Atlanta Falcons.
At this stage in the season, I don't think Atlanta will be a playoff contending team. I think they will definitely be down on their luck. But I think this is definitely a game where we'll still have to prove why, we're one of the best teams in the NFL. And I think we'll still do that against Atlanta. We'll definitely beat the Falcons at home.
Okay. So 11-3, and now you get a short week. And when I saw the schedule come out, I felt this was a weird primetime matchup on a Thursday night late in the season.
Yeah.
You are headed to Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and this is a tough game, especially, having played on Sunday, you have Monday off. You can't really practice that much. I mean, the players' bodies still have to recover. It's a short week, got to travel to Tennessee. I believe this game is 2 days before Christmas, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So, obviously the Titans, Tannehill, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, they bring a lot on the offensive side of the ball. And I think this is a game that the 49ers will lose to the Titans. Yeah.
Okay. So that's your fourth loss on the year.
Yeah.
And so you're 11-4 now by my count.
Yes.
And we're 2 weeks left in the season. And you get the Niners' final home game of the year. And big game, playoff races, are in full play. Who's going to win the division is probably still in play. Yeah. And the Niners, in their first game of 2022, get to welcome in the Houston Texans.
This should definitely be a game where the Texans are not in playoff contention. The Texans players are looking at their calendars. They're looking to see where they'll be going for vacation, after the end of the season. They're not going to be playing hard in this game. The Niners will definitely win this game with ease, and that'll be it for Week 17. A win against the Houston Texans.
Okay, so you are 12-4, and then you're probably your toughest game of the season, where you have to face, once again, the greatest team of all time. You have to go into the greatest stadium ever built in SoFi Stadium, and you get to try and take on the Los Angeles Rams in Week 18.
Last game of the regular season. I'm sure this game will decide, playoff seeding for sure. Maybe even who would win the division. This will be an excellent game down in SoFi Stadium, one of the most expensive stadiums ever built. And I want to go down there and check it out. I think, though, the Rams will win this game. I think the Rams will beat the Niners at home. Rams
break the losing streak to the Niners. Yes. Oh, that makes me so happy to hear it.
I have to be realistic, and I think a 12-5 record is good. I think I was leaning because there's always going to be a game where you shouldn't lose that game, and then there'll be a game where I'm kind of surprised we won. So I think 11-6, 12-5. I'm on the high end, 12-5. I think that's where we'll be at.
Okay. Well, we turn it over to you, the viewers. 12-5. Do you think that is a little crazy? Do you agree with Jay? Do you think he's way off? Maybe he's cutting his team short, or maybe you think, no, the Niners are going to have a terrible year once again, just like last year, and Kyle Shanahan's going to get fired, and they'll trade away everyone. And anyway, so that was my dreams there. Anyway, but honestly, Jay, thank you so much for coming on the show. That was a lot of fun, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on. I can't wait to see this video up on YouTube. And also, this introduces me to the LA Rams fans. which is excellent to do. I appreciate everyone for liking, subscribing to Jay and the Bay on YouTube. And I have also Seahawks fans follow me, Cardinals fans follow me. So it's nothing. No, it's all love here. It's all love, friendly competition.
One big NFC West dysfunctional family. Yeah,
exactly. And I'm sure we're going to talk about the week of the two LA Rams and Niners games, and I can't wait for that. So
absolutely. All right, Pair Time and Jay in the Bay. Peace and out.
See you later.